Welcome to Friday. It's New Zealand Sign Language Week, and what a show we have lined up just for you. That's right, New Zealand Sign Language Week, and some big names are getting involved. The Prime Minister is among the lineup, and many events are planned and have been taking place around the country to celebrate Aotearoa's third official language. One of the NZSL Week challenges is to try and sign the beautiful 660 Waiata Pepeha, with the slowed down sign language version also available for those who are still learning. So make sure you get practicing, guys. The duck shooting season has officially started, and more young people are joining in, while others are not happy the sport is allowed. About 50,000 hunters enjoyed the traditional opening day of the game bird hunting season. Supporters such as Fish and Game say responsible duck hunting is a family affair, providing food and lots of fun getting into the back country. But animal welfare campaigners want duck shooting banned, saying it kills native birds. They say some injured birds are never found and are left to die painful deaths. The police are urging those who do go out duck hunting to stay safe. Auckland cyclists will have more space on the city's roads as city planners try to cut down on pollution and congestion. More than $300 million will be spent to build 45 kilometres of cycleways. Some people think it will make cycling safer and more popular, while others say it is not fair for motorists who will end up queuing for longer in busy streets. Meanwhile, a company has suggested one way to reduce congestion from the north of the city is to build a gondola over the Waitemata harbour. Imagine going to school in a gondola. Wouldn't that be crazy? Ukraine are hoping to win a different kind of battle as the country's Kalush Orchestra compete in the Eurovision Song Contest. The folk rap band are favourites to win the competition. They jumped to their feet, waving the Ukrainian flag as it was announced they will be in this weekend's final with their song Stefania. Russia, meanwhile, has been banned from competing this year as a result of the country's war with Ukraine. On a lighter note, Norway has a song about a wolf eating a banana instead of a grandma. That's random, bringing a much-needed dose of Eurovision madness. Moldova's entry is also unusual. It's about the rail link between Moldova and Romania. 6 tonnes of rubbish, including 22 road cones, 4 e-scooters and even a tyre from a plane, has been pulled out of Wellington Harbour by divers and kayakers. Bullets for a rifle and coins were also among the finds, which were all searched for sea life before being bagged up for disposal. They say that year on year there's less junk and praise young people for being more careful about where their trash ends up. Sadly though, the biggest haul of the day was bottles. The team broke their previous record by collecting well over 2,000 last weekend. And that is the subject of today's Explainer, which takes a look at our use of plastic and what we do with it when we're finished.
Plastic. It's in our homes, our oceans and filling up our landfills. But how big of an issue is it? Let's find out.
Plastic is made from natural products like gas, coal and oil. These elements go through a scientific transformation and, hey presto, we get plastic, a lightweight substance that can be moulded into just about anything. Bottles, food wrappers, bags, takeaway containers, straws.
But did you know that things like clothes, glue, paint, glitter, chewing gum and even some toothpastes can all contain plastic? Plastic is incredibly useful and highly durable. The issue is that it is so long-lasting that when we dispose of plastic, it doesn't break down for hundreds of years.
In fact, it takes around 450 years for one plastic bottle to break down. And even then, it doesn't completely disappear. It remains as microplastics.
Microplastics are teeny tiny pieces of plastic that leach into the land and are unintentionally eaten by our wildlife, which is a big issue. How big of an issue?
Humans produce around 300 million tonnes of plastic waste each year.
That's nearly the weight of the entire human population.
The Great Pacific Garbage Patch, also known as the Pacific Trash Vortex, spans waters from the west coast of North America to Japan and is mainly microplastics, many of which have sunk to the bottom of the ocean. It's estimated that 14 million tonnes of plastic end up in the ocean every year.
That's the equivalent of one rubbish truck being dumped directly into the ocean every minute.
Ooh.
All right, hit the emergency button. We need to make immediate changes. Purchasing and remembering to use your own reusable drink bottle is a good start. Every time you reuse your bottle, you save another bottle from the landfill. Choosing products like reusable straws and reusable bags also reduce the amount of waste that you are putting into the environment. And if you must choose plastic products, go for those that can be recycled.
The most common item being disposed of in New Zealand to either recycling or rubbish bins is the single-use drink bottle. 188 per household per year.
Yikes! I know these numbers seem impossibly large and the problem too big to solve. But remember, you are one of billions of plastic-consuming people on the planet, and every decision you make matters. If we all make big choices and big changes now, we have a better chance of saving the beautiful blue planet that we call home, which would be fantastic news to me. See what I did there? Fantastic plastic? Oh, you get it. Bye!
That's news to me for this week. Join us next time for a rundown of the news and exploring what mindfulness is and how it can help us. I'm Justin Gregory, and this episode was made by TVNZ and RNZ. It's public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.